simply superior.
Sasso insecticide spray and coil. Kumentuntum Precon.
It's midweek. Good evening. Welcome. This is Ghana Tonight. We're live from Anisabata Desawe Kanda, also live on TV3 Ghana on Facebook and on DSTV channel 279. We're all across the world on 3news.com. I am Alfred Akanse. Tonight, petitions seeking the removal of the EC Electoral Commission commissioners and the special prosecutor fails as Chief Justice rules that they do not cross the minimum threshold. Stay with us. We've got a conversation on this, and we'll hear from one of the petitioners whose petition, we understand, is yet to be determined. That's according to him. Stay with us. Also, the Ghana Health Service Director General orders tightened security and patient care protocols after alleged baby theft at Mamprobi Polyclinic. It's a matter that's got a lot of you talking. The latest is from the Ghana Health Service. Stay with us. And we are also in the community. We're in the Mamprobi community tonight. Live, will tell you what's happening there right now. There's some information coming from the community right now, so stay with us. We're getting to it. Also, on Ghana Tonight, President John Dramani Mahama visits Burkina Faso attack survivors receiving treatment at a 37 military hospital in Accra. We've got details for you, plus the latest on the Russian man who took advantage of Ghanaians, that's young ladies in this country. The Ministry of Communications has been speaking on this, the gender minister as well. There's a joint statement that came through earlier. The nationality of this man has now been established. That then leads to the next conversation of what happens next. Stay with us, we have a conversation. As always, you're an integral part of the conversation. The hashtag we're using is Ghana Tonight on Facebook and on X. Let's get talking. Let's settle for Ghana Briefs.
A family is seeking justice after reuniting with their newborn baby. The baby, only 2 days old at the time, was taken under the pretext of administering an injection. The father, Mohammed Isa Ajiman, vowed to seek justice, calling the experience unbearable and traumatizing.
We are taking a legal action because, the mom is being traumatized. Yes, so, we have already spoken to our lawyer and we are taking it on. God being so good, he was having some birthmark, so I've identified that, and that's.
Reacting to the baby theft case in Mamprobi, the Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Samuel Kaba, has directed all health facilities under the Ghana Health Service to go back to wearing their uniforms with their name tags. According to him, this will make identification easy and prevent similar cases in the future.
I have reiterated that all health facilities is non-negotiable. All doctors and nurses should use their uniform with name tags, as we see in well-established health facilities, so that if all the nurses were in their uniform and with their name tags, the lady would have been easily identified, and this wouldn't have happened. The mother wouldn't have been confused to agree that she is the nurse, as she claimed. If we have all our doctors in their uniform with their name tags, it's very easy to identify and say it was Dr. So and so, or it was nurse so and so.
The Chief Justice, Justice Paul Bafo-Boni, has determined that petitions seeking the removal of the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Jean Mensa, her 2 deputies, and the special prosecutor, Kisi Ejabin, do not establish a prima facie case to warrant further action. The President disclosed the decision in a statement issued on Wednesday, February 18, 2026. The New Patriotic Party is setting the stage for a full-scale grassroots reorganization after its presidential primary. The party's National Executive Committee, the party's third highest decision-making body, adopted key recommendations from the steering committee and referred them to the National Council for final approval.
Because of these timelines, National Council took notice of the fact that the tenure of office of some officers would expire in the course of these elections or before these elections. And therefore, by the power vested in National Council, it is established as follows. The polling station executive tenure has been extended. Electoral area coordinators has been extended from 20th March to 15th June 2026.
Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, has expressed disappointment that major political parties did not field a female candidate in the Ayawaso East by-election. Speaking at an event organized by the Africa Center for Parliamentary Affairs, he stressed the need for deliberate efforts to increase women's representation in Parliament, arguing that improved gender balance is essential to strengthening Ghana's democracy.
Political parties are the gateways to representation. Parliament is the arena where representation becomes decision-making. Therefore, inclusion must begin in parties and mature in Parliament. I was waiting for any party to have fielded a female in the Ayawaso East by-election. And I was personally going to support the candidate because we need more of our women in Parliament.
It's more news on 3news.com. Next time, visit 3news.com. This is Ghana Tonight. We're live on 3FM 92.7, also on TV3 Ghana on Facebook, and also on DSTV channel 279. So it's probably brought to you by Flamingo Paint, Simply Superior, Sasso Insecticide Spray and Quell, Tum Preco. Coming up next on Ghana Tonight. The Ghana Health Service cracks down with urgent security overhaul after the alleged baby theft at Mamprobi Clinic, and that's what's coming up next right now here on Ghana Tonight. And there's good reason for this, reason why we're starting on this particular note, because we're going to cross over live to the Mamprobi community because we're getting some information, something happening there right now. So stay with us for that exclusive detail. But earlier today, not too long ago, as a matter of fact, the Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Samuel Kaba, has directed all health facilities under the Ghana Health Service to go back to wearing their uniforms with their name tags. According to him, this will make identification easy and prevent cases like the Mamprobi Polyclinic alleged baby theft. The Director General was reacting to this incident earlier today. I want to take a listen to him, and then we'll show you some videos of the entire incident and when the baby was retrieved and brought to her, that's the rightful parents earlier today. We were there, taking it every step of the way. Take a look.
Giving some directives, or let me say some directives that all hospitals should always, no matter the situation, receive the patient, give first aid, and be responsible to call the next facility for referral. It's not the responsibility of the patients, neither the patient's family, to do their own self-referral. Once a patient gets to a health facility, the health facility is responsible to make sure that the first aid is given, and if they cannot, they are responsible to search for the next level where the patient can get the best of attention. Those are directives that are to all the health facilities within our jurisdiction, and but the committee will do its work. And
opportunity to say a big thank you to everyone who has represented this.
Now, that's what happened earlier today. Now, let's the lady in question is the one on the screen right now. The minister in charge of Gender, Children and Social Protection had indicated that yes, it's confirmed she's a married woman. According to her, she was under pressure, desperate for a baby and so on. But then again, that does not preclude what the police has to do. The police has taken up this matter. She's currently in the grips of the Ghana Police Service. Investigations are ongoing. And let's cross over right now to Armstrong Gold Alogbe. Joseph, he's my man and my colleague in the community right now. We understand there's something happening. Joseph, first of all, establish exactly where you are and what's been going on over the last at least 30 minutes.
Alfred, so currently where I stand is the doorsteps to the woman who allegedly stole the baby from the Mamprobi Polyclinic. Currently, as I speak to you now, there's nobody in the room. It's locked. I'm told the husband was here a while ago, but currently he's also not here. We've been trying to reach him, but we've not been able to reach him. When I got here around about 8 p.m. thereabout, I saw many people in this house with many children who were all gathered here, but they were all not willing to speak to me. And from the beginning, they all denied any knowledge of knowing this woman. As I speak to you right now, everybody have entered into the room and nobody is willing to come out for the fear of being picked up by the police. I don't know why, but Alfred, let me quickly add that where I am now is Sukura, where from the street to the house I go to, everybody have something good to say about this lady in question, right from the mosque down to where I am currently. They all say this woman is one of the most calmest ladies you can see in this area, and this thing comes to them as a shock because she wakes up in the morning, goes about her daily activities very calmly, very respectful, greets everybody she meets on the road where she fetches water. They also attest to the fact that she's very calm, and this thing comes to them as a surprise. Now, they narrated a story to us how she brought the baby into the house about 3 days ago. And according to some youth leaders I spoke to here, they explained to me that the issue was first reported to the Dansoman police by her own sister, who didn't understand why her sister would have to bring a baby to the house and claim she gave birth to her. The sister of the alleged woman who stole the baby reported to her husband. And according to her husband, he placed a call to the Dansoman police people to come and pick her wife and the baby away because they all know she wasn't pregnant. So they are wondering where and how she claims she has given birth. So she said she has given birth, according to the reports you are gathering on the ground here. Let me also add that this woman already has 2 children, 2 boys. 2 boys. We are told one around 12 years, thereabout, and then the other below the age of 12. And it's not a case that the husband is giving her any pressure to give him a child because they've been married for barely a year. she's married to a man who already has a first wife. The man, we are told, also has his own children already, and the woman herself also has her own children with another man before getting married to this other man about a year ago. So they've been living peacefully. There's no pressure of you giving me a child. So where she's bringing this one from is a little bit strange. Let me get close to where the youth normally gathers and pick their thoughts on what they make of this woman and all that has happened. And I'm sure they will be able to give us some more insights on what I have already established. So I'll first start with my uncle here. He has been very instrumental. They've been here. They've even said prayers to the woman because they see this to be something very strange, because a woman that they all see around in the community, and this has happened to her. First of all, good evening, and you are live on Ghana Tonight.
Good evening.
What's your name?
My name is Farouk, Haj Farouk.
Okay. So you've heard the issue about the lady, and you've all testified that she's not anybody bad. Can you say this on air for us?
Yes, the lady in question, she's very calm. Always she passes here, she greets us. She's not somebody, I may say, she have any bad character or something. We all live here very peacefully, and she only wake up in the morning, went about her duty, selling, she sell clothes. In the evening, she will pass, greet us, go home. Whenever she pass, she greet us here. And we don't know her with anybody. So when the news broke, we were very shocked to hear about the news. And we don't know what drive her to do that.
You said the husband is a friend to all of you here. Is it a case that the husband was putting pressure on her to give her a child or something? Is it something you can tell us?
I don't think so. The husband is like a brother to us, yeah. But I don't think the brother is giving, because they just married about a year now. So I'm not sure that the husband is giving any pressure to her too.
And we are told she has children.
Yes, that's what we are. That she has 2 children, boys.
Boys.
Yeah.
It's not that maybe she has girls and she wanted a boy.
Okay, that one she may know. She can be the only one that to explain that, because we don't know why. I don't know why that happened. So she's the only person that can explain that one.
But you don't have anything, a bad character. She doesn't exhibit any bad character within the environment she finds herself here now.
Never. She's always calm with everybody. I don't think anybody in this community will testify that she has any bad character or even exchange word with somebody. Never.
But how did the police manage to know that this is where she was hiding?
Okay, from what we gathered, that it was the sister.
The biological sister?
The biological sister that reported to the husband that the child the sister has carried is not, she didn't give birth to. So the husband asked her, I wasn't there, what I heard. So it's the husband who asked the sister, the biological sister, to go and call the police. And they went to call the police, and together they took her to the Nansuma police station. That's what we heard.
So it's not that the police were doing their own investigations and they discovered that this is where the woman was hiding?
No, I don't think so. Because I never heard that the police came and picked her or something. But what I heard that the husband made the call and they took her to the police station, to the Nansuma police station.
You saw a case that maybe sometimes she walks here with maybe some mentally disorder, or you've not seen anything of that sort?
No, I've not seen anything like that. I've never seen anything.
So, Alfred, so that is an account coming from one of the many. Let me add the voice of this other brother of mine. Quickly, let me get to him. They are the youth leaders here. Permission to sit on this mat. Is it allowed? Oh, yeah. Okay. So, first of all, so you are the youth leader here. How does the community receive this, having one of your own caught in this situation? How do you receive this news?
Very shocking. Very, very shocking. Well, very, very shocking. And the lady, as my brother said, she's very sober. She like everyone. So as we heard the news, we are very shocked. Yeah.
I could see many of the ladies in this area. They are all broken. I mean, when I got to this town, I realized that they were all down. And even though they were not willing to talk to me, you could see from the expression on their face that they are not happy about it. Meaning she was living very well with them.
Oh, very, very well. Very, very well. And she's a very respectable woman. Yeah. So, my brother said it all. We don't have anything to say. All we know is she's very good woman. She's friendly with anyone in this area. Yeah. When she gives. She's a good giver too. Yeah.
I'm told once she came to donate to your...
Yes. We are celebrating our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in our secular. She cook for us and bring food here and drinks and take other to our mom's house. So we are shocked.
So Alfred, so this account coming from some friends here at Sukura where the said woman lives. You mean who is your brother?
The husband.
The husband is your brother.
My brother.
Where is he currently?
I think, I don't know. I think since morning he's busy, so I think he's asleep now. Yeah, since in the morning he's busy. I talk to him twice a day, but since you come, I've been calling him, So I think he's relaxing somewhere.
Yeah. So Alfred. So when you came, we tried many times to reach the husband to give us some further explanation on what exactly the wife told her when she brought the newborn baby to the house before they have to report the case officially to the Dansoman police, where after which they came to arrest her, where she's currently being kept in police custody at the Dansoman police station. So that is exactly what is happening here. And I'm sure that maybe if we are able to get the husband and also the sister who first made a call to the Dansoman police station, we may get some more insight as to what exactly pushed this lady. Her name was given to us as Salifu, and then also 36 years of age. What really pushed her to go to the Dansoman Polyclinic, take somebody's child, bring the child to the very house where she's staying. I mean, this is a little bit strange, but hopefully with time we'll be able to get full details in our subsequent bulletins. Alfred.
Right on. Thank you. That's a very important detail there, and how the community as well is receiving all of this. And this one we're keeping an eye on quite closely. But Joseph Armstrong Godalog were there. But this is what the Ghana Health Service put out earlier. It says they're following this disturbing incident of the reported missing baby at the Maprobi Hospital and the subsequent statement issued by the Ministry of Health. All regional health directorates and facilities are hereby directed and also to implement and strengthen, one, where necessary, immediate comprehensive security and patient care protocols to safeguard all patients, especially the most vulnerable. The measures include enhanced staff identification systems, that's wearing of uniforms and name tags at all times within the facility. Some health experts have said, look, this is elementary, this is fundamental. This is something that should have been happening. It should not be one that now would have to be reinforced. They raise questions now about the efficiency and effectiveness of the supervision in these hospitals or the health facilities, so that staff would not now be wearing name tags, and it has to come as a directive. And the second point is the dedicated postnatal ward presence, a mandatory discharge verification system, CCTV system upgrade and maintenance, intensify staff training. And this point about the CCTV system is extremely important, because had it not been for the CCTV at this particular hospital or this polyclinic, would have been another matter to deal with. And so now, it's now a directive that these health facilities, public health facilities, will mandatorily have CCTV cameras or systems installed there. Okay? These measures, according to the Ghana Health Service, when effectively implemented, would ensure delivery of the highest standard of care and prevent the occurrence of such unfortunate incidents in the future. As a matter of fact, we've been knocking on the doors of the Ghana Health Service to find out a few more detail beyond this statement that they have put out, because we need to find out how these measures will be executed, especially this CCTV one, and the timelines as well, because this is pressing, it's important, it's immediate, it's urgent. But beyond this, the First Lady, Lordina Mahama, has also issued a statement on this matter a few minutes ago. Her office says that they're relieved that the stolen baby from the Mapobi Polyclinic has been safely recovered and reunited with her biological mother and family. Her Excellency, the First Lady, commends the Ghana Police Service for their swift and professional response in apprehending the suspect and ensuring the safe return of the baby to her family, while they empathize deeply with women and families facing challenges with conception. Desperation must never be allowed to lead to such unconscionable act. And this is one point that as well is a matter of debate, okay? Because then with what Armstrong is saying, this lady in question, the suspect, has children already, okay? So what's the underlying cause of desperation, if it is indeed the case? And Joseph, just round it up for me on, let's cross over back to the community quickly, and exactly what is playing out, especially regarding how the community is also reacting to this particular point about possible desperation leading to this. Joseph.
Yeah, so Alfred, currently I speak to you now. The females have gained their voices now. They want to speak and tell us, give us some more details on what the woman in question has been saying to them for the past 9 or so months. We are told she says she was pregnant, and she has been having some conversation with some of the females here. Let me engage with some of them, and then they should tell us what she has been telling them. So, you know this woman?
Yes, please.
You know her?
Yes.
Okay, so
But not that much.
That's okay. So what are some of the things she has been saying to you? Is it something that you've seen her pregnant?
Yeah, we see her. She look like someone. No, not maybe physical face, but when you see her, her stomach look like someone who is pregnant, and then more. She always say that my sister is Thursday born, so she always say that if my sister give birth, if she gave birth on Thursday, she will name the baby after my sister. Then if the baby is a boy or a girl, my sister will be the either daughter, godmother. So that's what she always says. Yeah.
So you've seen her to be pregnant for how long?
If it is early pregnancy, I won't know, but when it's big, then that one then you see that the person is pregnant.
But how will you describe this lady you are referring to? How will you describe her?
Well, she's a little bit fair.
No, I mean like in terms of character. Is she nice? Is she a nice person?
Yes, she's a nice person, a very quiet woman that you will never think something like that to her. Nice woman. Yeah.
Were you surprised when you heard the news?
Very surprised, and I'm very sad, and I don't know. I feel very bad.
You feel very bad about the situation?
Yes.
Alfred, let me talk to this other lady whose name... So she said when she gives birth to the baby, she was going to name be after you if it was a girl.
Yeah.
But you can speak tree.
Yeah, I can speak tree.
So let's speak the tree.
Yeah, so I said like, my name is Nana Khadija, so also when she gave birth on Thursday, she'll name the baby after me. So, and I was like, okay, I'm cool because there's a certain small boy in their house, Nana Yao. So when the mother gave birth to her, I was happy because she gave birth on my day. So I sponsor her some small little things. So she was saying that then when she gave birth, she'll name the baby after me.
So when she brought the baby home, did she invite you?
Yeah, yesterday I was here in the morning. I was here. I was lying down here. So when she came with a taxi and there's a woman here selling rice. So she came, she alighted there, and we were like, hey, you were just walking here and you went to give birth. So we were all congratulating her for the baby. So she entered there and they were happy because she went and delivered.
Who they were happy?
Yeah, in their house. So
She
they
and
were
who?
all they were shouting. I was here when they were shouting that, oh, welcome, welcome. So that is what I was. So yesterday I was here when the taxi came
With the baby.
with the baby. Yeah, so I was here.
And then later you heard that.
So we still have more of these reactions. You can get a lot more of it. We're in the community. There's a live update of the situation, which we've been following since morning. Joseph Gold Armstrong Alogbe is in the Sukura. This is where this suspect is said to have left, or this is where she sent this baby that was stolen to. We've showed you where she lived and then also what the community is reacting to this. We'll keep an eye on this. But coming up next on Ghana Tonight, the Chief Justice has thrown out the petitions against the Electoral Commission chair and her deputies and the special prosecutor, citing failure to meet constitutional threshold. Now, there's a full statement, and in fact, we also have a copy of a letter that was written to one of the petitioners. We'll give you details of that shortly. But as we do know now, the Chief Justice Paul Bafo-Boni has stated that the petitions seeking the removal of the EC chairperson and her deputies and the special prosecutor do not meet the minimum threshold, for that matter, to even scale the possible, that's the option of, that's the next step of a probe, for that matter. So we got to get the details of exactly the position of the Chief Justice on this. We'll get reactions from Martin Kpebu because you know that he's petitioned the presidency for the removal of the special prosecutor. As to whether his petition is part of this, we'll establish shortly. But this is what was put out earlier. The petition, according to the Chief Justice, largely rests on conclusions of unlawfulness. We're going to put on the screen right now. And bad faith without establishing at a preliminary level, that's at the most minimum, the minimum level, clear facts demonstrating intentional wrongdoing or a manifest inability to perform constitutional functions. Even if the Commission's actions, this with respect to the Electoral Commission chair and her deputies, so even if the Commission's actions or inactions are assumed to be erroneous, controversial, or suboptimal, such shortcomings do not automatically translate into stated misbehavior or incompetence within the constitutional sense. Under Article 1463, therefore, there is no basis to activate the constitutional machinery for a full inquiry, and the petition fails at the prima facie stage. Accordingly, I find that no prima facie case has been established against the chairperson and deputy chairpersons of the Electoral Commission by the petitioner. His Lordship Justice Paul Bafo-Boni on this one. So that essentially encapsulates the position of the Chief Justice. And if you do know, as we've stated right from the last 3 or 4 months we've been following this process, even though it goes to the presidency refers it directly to the Chief Justice. He has direct supervision and control over how this plays out. The president being the conveyor belt. We saw a statement from Felix Kwame Fosu earlier. But Martin Kpebu is joining us on Zoom right now. He's a private legal practitioner. And then also he sent a petition to the presidency for the removal of the special prosecutor. Earlier, we had information that 7 petitions had been sent for the removal of the EC chair and her deputies, and 3 petitions for the removal of the special prosecutor. Counsel, good evening. Thank you for joining us. First off, I want to find out from you if this outcome, as stated by the Chief Justice, is one that surprises you, or is, looking at how things played out, it was expected.
Well, you see, I would say straight off that the outcome is not surprising. It's not surprising because, you see, when the president waded into the abolition of the office of the special prosecutor debate, when he called Honorable Ayariga and Dafiamekpo to pull back, etc. Then, analysts saw that these petitions were in danger of being thrown out. Of course, and so let's be clear, my petition which was presented on 11th of December, is not part. So you see that these petitions, once the president waded in, even though his appeal to the MPs was against the abolition of the office itself, that's the Office of Special Prosecutor, OSP, which is distinct from the Chief Executive, the Special Prosecutor, SP, or Kisi Ejabi. Analysts said that no, it will have a cascading effect, a domino effect on those petitions, because indirectly the president was signaling something, you see. So it didn't look good. And even in actual fact, prior to that, there was already a conspiracy theory going around that because of the removal of the Chief Justice, that's Justice Tokonu, an immediate removal of the SP was not going to look good, the optics, etc. So there were already conspiracies. And of course, we are also aware of the back channel communications of certain persons. We've heard a lot of things. We are privy to a lot of communications behind the scenes. So we've seen a lot of the moves that were made to make sure that this petition doesn't fly, all those things. So when you combine everything, it's not surprising.
Now, Council, and if you could, we lost a good connection. If you could just reposition so that we rectify that connection. But let me bring in at this point as well Rashid Tanko Computer. He is Deputy Director of IT and Elections for the NDC. Computer, good evening. Hello, good evening. Can you hear us? Rashid Tanko Computer, good evening. Hello. We will rectify the connection to. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. So I want you to listen to me on the Zoom, not
Hello,
on,
Alfred.
not on the television. Can you hear me?
Hello, Alfred.
Okay. Rashid Tanko, can you hear us?
Alfred, hello.
Can you hear us? Okay.
Hello.
While we rectify that connection, this is the content of a letter that was sent to one of the petitioners, and we're going to read that to you because some exclusive detail on this matter. It says, "I have the instructions of His Excellency, the President, to convey." So this is a letter that the presidency wrote to one of the petitioners, whose petition has now been dismissed by the Chief Justice after the investigations, and said they couldn't establish, and there's a minimum that is establishment of wrongdoing. It says, "I have the instructions of the President to convey to you actions taken on your petition, dated 22nd April 2025, on the above matter." The above matter referring to the petition on the removal of the chairperson and deputy commissioners of the Electoral Commission. And I'm going to put it on the screen right now. Point 2, it says, "In accordance with Article 1463 of the 1992 Constitution, His Excellency the President duly referred the petition to His Lordship Justice Paul Bafuboni, Chief Justice, on 25th November 2025 to determine whether the petition discloses prima facie case. 3, by a letter dated 26th January 2026, the Chief Justice informed His Excellency the President that no prima facie case had been established by the petition to warrant any further investigation. The Chief Justice's letter states as follows: while the allegations raise serious constitutional and administrative questions, they do not, on their face, meet the threshold required for prima facie determination of stated misbehavior or incompetence, warranting that a committee be set up to inquire into exactly what happened. So this is the details, as we have it, of a letter written to one of the petitioners. It says, at least on the face of what was sent in the petition, does not meet the threshold required for prima facie determination of stated misbehavior or incompetence, warranting that a committee be set up to inquire into the petition. Counsel, now, based on at least this particular point, even if the reference that you make to the president's intervention when that's Nelson Ross Interfere-McPaul and Mama Yarega tried to go on this path in Parliament, is anything to go by? The Constitution is quite clear on the president's involvement and exactly what role he plays in the entire process of the removal of the EC and also the special prosecutor. He has no hand in there, is it not? So where would that narrative really play out?
Yes, at all. For avoidance of doubt, it's a decision of the Chief Justice. But the arguments are brought forward. You know, we are bringing, democracy is crowd wisdom. So I'm bringing together all the various shades of opinions that I've heard. So I'm saying that what some analysts said was that to the extent that the president has said he supported the continuation of the office, part of the president's support would spill into saying that the office holder, Kissi Ejiabin, should also continue in office. You can't run away from it. No, you can't. There's no amount of legal arguments that can say that the president's comments do not in one way or another affect the petition. They do, because it's a signaling thing. Once he was publicly saying that, yes, let the office continue, indirectly, it was a vote for Kissi Ejiabin as well to continue, even though stricto sensu, you would say the two offices are totally separate. Yes, but practically, there's a signaling effect. Yes, we can. It's analysis. We must analyze. We can't run away from the conspiracy theories, and this one is not even conspiracy theory. This one is real action that we are analyzing. That could it have an effect? And we are saying yes, it does have a certain effect. Nobody can run away from it.
Well, if that narrative is anything to go by, you have just stated that your petition is not part of the ones that have been thrown out, at least on the special prosecutor, because earlier we understood that there were 3 petitions against the special prosecutor for his removal. Based on the timing and your own calculation, yours is yet to be determined. But if that narrative you hold that, because of the president's public statements about the special prosecutor and so on, it could, in your view, have influenced this outcome. Are you suspecting that this could possibly influence the outcome of your yet to be determined petition as well?
Because certain comments, you see, we cannot play ostrich. No. The president is the #1 citizen. He wields a lot of power. He's not the Chief Justice, but his comments, actions, inactions go very far, very, very, very far. So yes, it could. I mean, that one you can never run away. But I'm just hoping that the weight of my petition would outweigh the signaling effect of the president's comment. I just hope so, because my petition is really, 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 really loaded. Yes, it's really loaded. Yeah. So sometimes I sit back and I say, hey, if I look at the number of charges in my petition, if it gets thrown out, no, it will shake my feet in the system. Yeah, that one will not, I mean, I can't hide it. We have to be very objective, because I know what is in it. So if it gets thrown out totally, that not even one count survives, yeah, it will shake my confidence in the system. Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time on this matter. Let's stay a bit further on this. Rashid Tanko Computer, I hope you're able to hear me now. Can you hear me?
Yes, very well, Alfred. I can hear you.
Well, this is a matter that you also took some interest in because of all the concerns you had with the EC prior to the elections. This is the determination of the Chief Justice on the petitions. It says, while these allegations raise serious constitutional and administrative questions, in the view of the Chief Justice, after the investigations, they do not, on their face, meet the threshold required for a prima facie determination. That is even the minimum requirement of what should be the case even for a probe to take place. Is this what you were expecting?
Alfred, let me say good evening to you and your cherished viewers across the globe. Alfred, as a political party, the NDC has not petitioned the president for the removal of Madam Jean Mensa and her 2 deputies. In the same vein, there's no party member who has informed the party of his or her intention of petitioning the president. So let's put that thing in perspective. The party position is still grounded that we have challenges with the way they handle their activities at the Electoral Commission. That one, the party has not moved away from it. We still have difficulties with them, but we have not put pen and paper to petition the president. Some other group of people decided to petition the president. We don't know what they put in their petition to the president. And so we have to thank His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for upholding the tenets of the Constitution. Yes, by passing it to the Chief Justice under Article 1463 for the Chief Justice to determine. And the Chief Justice has determined. This is the kind of thing that we've been talking about, that we have a president who respects the Constitution and will always uphold the tenets of the Constitution. And that is what everybody is expecting in this country. We now have a president who respects the judiciary to do their work. But the party itself, the NDC, we still hold the position that we have challenges or difficulties over their style of managing the Electoral Commission. We did it. In fact, when we had issues with even the appointees of Nana Akufo-Addo to the Electoral Commission, chiefly was Dr. Apiahini, now Professor Apiahini, and one other lady who were appointed as commissioners to the commission. In fact, indeed, the party, the NDC, led by our national chairman, wrote a petition to the Council of State, raising concern about them appointing Nana Akufo-Addo, appointing a party apparatchik, because this was a card-bearing party member. In fact, indeed, he was the director of election for MPP at Bono region. And yet, they appointed him as a commissioner. At that time, the party wrote to the Council of State, raising concerns about this. But as usual, under MPP, the response they gave to us was that they were qualified. They didn't have issues about their political background. So long as they have the qualification and other thing, they were good to go. So as a party, we always have our position on issues of that nature. And then so if we want to put pen and paper together, we will do it and we foil it. Nonetheless, like my good brother, Council Pebu, has stated, his petition has not been added. It's possible some other petitions too are waiting for Madam Jean Mensa and co. These are other issues. That doesn't mean that the door is closed for them. That's not it. That's not it. The ruling doesn't mean that the door is closed. Anybody who has other issues and think that he has enough evidence that the president should send to the Chief Justice to look at it, they are always welcome. It's their constitutional right. The door is not closed for any petition against them. Just like Venerable Martin Pebu has just stated that he still have a petition waiting to go against SP. That is their constitutional right.
Right. Thank you. Now, stay with me because there's another matter that I would have to engage you on, because we've just received a statement from you that you are expelling Umar Sanda over his decision to contest as an independent candidate in the upcoming Ayawaso East by-election. Now, as to why you're going on this path, stay with me because we'll get into it. We'll be back after this quick break. This is Ghana Tonight. Welcome back. This is Ghana Tonight. Now, up next, the NDC has expelled Umar Sanda over his decision to contest as an independent candidate. There's a statement the party put out earlier today. We're going to put it on the screen right now. It details this particular decision, but Rashid Tanko Computer is still with us, and they say the decision by this gentleman to contest as an independent candidate is an action that is in direct contravention of the party's constitution and the collective decision of the party to field a duly and democratically elected candidate. Rashid Tanko, now, when you go on this path and after this statement was released, there are those who are raising questions about the democratically elected candidate that you talk about, because this independent candidate has also been talking. He says to the extent that the entire process was fraught with all what we saw, which the party acknowledged, he doesn't see the basis of your decision to get him out because someone was, or Baba Jama, in your view, was elected democratically.
Well, Alfred, the question is, why is it that he didn't participate in our internal primaries? When we opened the nomination, where was he? At that point, there was no issue. If he knew he wanted to contest, he was free to come and pick nomination form, go through the process. Democratically elected in the sense that the Electoral Commission conducted the election. All the issues that we are talking of never happened at the point of voting. All the issues, even the report of the three-man committee made it very clear. We were all there. I was at the voting center, at the cluster of schools. Nothing of that, so we didn't have any issue whatsoever. It went on peacefully, free, fair, transparent, no incidents whatsoever. So the General Secretary is very right in the statement by describing it as democratically elected. It was free, fair, transparent at that point. Whatever happened outside the jurisdiction of the elections. And that's what the report is very clear about that.
I see. You said,
and so he has no basis.
By virtue of his decision to break ranks with the NDC and go as an independent candidate, he has automatically forfeited his membership of the party. What part of the constitution of the party specifically states that? If you could just bring us up to speed.
Yes. It's very clear. I mean, it's very clear in the party constitution. And I can quickly bring it out and show you the enabling article where we talk of gross indiscipline or gross insubordination to leadership when leadership take a decision. This is not the first time we have dismissed people who have gone independent against the party position. In fact, indeed, some even sitting members of parliament were dismissed from their party when they went independent in election 2012, I remember, and that of 2016, where they were removed from the party. And they had to come all over to come and start afresh. That is a position that the party, that one there, we don't joke with it.
Right.
We in fact, we take serious issues against that. When a party takes a position and then you are aggrieved with the party position, there are laid down procedures to go through to get redress. You don't take the party rules to your own hands and start misbehaving with it. Okay. This is serious issues that the party.
But how would you respond to the political analysts who say you are going into an election where you need the numbers? Politics is about our numbers. Umar Sanda would obviously have his own influence, his own followers within the constituency. Did you attempt to reach out, and even before reaching this last resort of expelling him from the party and anybody else who would want to be with him?
Well, the NDC is the most disciplined political party. Very, very disciplined. In fact, one of the most disciplined parties in the sub-region. I can assure you, the people of Ayawasu is Nima. I like them and I love them. There are nice people there. They respect the party very well, and they know the party decision. In fact, if you take Greater Accra, one of the top constituencies that you can see people who respect party decision is from Nima. And they know these things, that look, NDC is a party to believe in and when they are taking their decision. Because we don't take decision capriciously. Before we arrive at the decision, FEC would look at all the pros and cons before we arrive at a decision. Right. And so this decision was grounded. And we just want to make sure that there is discipline in the party so that people don't just take the party for a ride. It's a party that we've been following since 1992. We've gone through all this process to make sure that it's the most united, strong political party as of now in this country. And so we won't allow anybody to derail that kind of thing that we have achieved over the years. And then this, somebody parochial interest should affect the whole party interest. No, that one there, Alfred. The party will not accept this. Okay. March 3 is just it's a couple of weeks away, and so it's one that we'll keep an eye on as well. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. Rashid Tanko Computer is Deputy Director of IT and Elections for the NDC. Before we go, the Office of the National Chief Imam has announced the crescent moon marking the start of Ramadan, and has also been cited declaring the start of the 30-day fast. So that's just coming in fresh on the table. Speaking on behalf of the National Chief Imam, Sheikh Aremiao Shaibu confirmed the sighting of the moon in a message to the nation at his residence not too long ago. He prayed for peace and stability in Ghana and asked Allah to grant Muslims the strength to complete the fast, which starts right now. Take a look.
From Bolga, we have a confirmed information about the sighting of the moon. Wale, Gambaga, Paga, Golu, and Boko. These are the locations from which we have received authenticated information about the sighting of the moon. On the basis of the authenticity of this information, the Chief Imam, in his mandate as the Chief Imam of Ghana, caused this announcement to be made, confirming the moon has been sighted in Ghana, and in line with our principle to depend on our own sighting of the moon to commence Ramadan, he gives the announcement that tomorrow becomes the first day of Ramadan 2026.
We wish all our Muslim brothers and sisters out there a happy Ramadan as they start the prayers and fasting for all of us. Also, on the back of this, the Pilgrims Affairs Office of Ghana has officially closed the 2026 Hajj arrangements with immediate effect. This is a statement signed by Al-Hajj Mohammed Amin Lamte, the Director of Communications, and this you can find on 3news.com. On behalf of the rest of the team, we do appreciate your company. I'm Alfred Okansi. Have a good night.
Ghana Tonight is brought to you